Hi, Marilyn here with the mystery quilt with cotton and chocolate, O Sole Mio. So now we're going to be doing month 2. If the background looks a lot like month 1, it really isn't. Maybe it is. You'll have to guess. But O Sole Mio, my urge to sing is incredibly strong, but
Don't do it.
he's telling me not to do it, so I'll save you. But if you see me in person, I will sing to you in person. Okay, so in any case, let's do step 5. Okay, so what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking the half square triangle units that we made in step 2 last month, and you're going to be taking the half square triangles from fabric 2 and add those to these units like this. And guess what we're making? Flying geese. Yahoo! Surprise! I was actually surprised. Okay, so you're going to put this on. They match right up to the bottom. And then you're going to be sewing these through. So you actually cut off that point before we got started. And then you're going to sew those right through the machine and then open them up. You'll be ending up with this unit, and then you're going to be cutting off that point, that edge, and those top edges so that it looks like this. And they will be ending up exactly 3.5 by 6.5, and the smaller one is 2.5 by 4.5. And they come out exact if everything went right with you. Okay, so that's those units right there. I'm going to set them aside. Step 6 is this right here, and these were these little units that you made like this, opposite sides. So this one you're going to be grabbing a half square triangle fabric 4 to an X unit from step 3 to make a unit like the one shown. Okay, so this one, man, you really got to look at the picture. It was a little bit tricky to look at it, but this is the X one, and then this large triangle, and this is how it goes on to the side. So this is the one, the X one, and then this is the Y one. Okay, and you're going to be making 10 of these. Okay, and so you put this one on like this. This one I have to look at the picture this way. So you have it on, and it goes onto the biggest way to remember it is it goes onto the light fabric, and it will go on like this, like not big. Okay, it goes on like this, and then the easiest way that you know that it fits is that, nope,
You have it on wrong.
I have it on wrong, like this, and it will fit on like that when you sew it. Okay, so that was a check for me. And then it's going to be sewn right through the machine, and I flip it over so that the straight edge will be sewn through the machine, not the point. And then it's going to be opened up so you can see here that fits. So that will be your checkpoint, is that it goes onto the light side of this piece, and then when you flip it, it covers it exactly. Because like you just saw me do, it will lay out like this, but if you do it like this, it doesn't cover it. But it will sew. It will sew on, but it's going to be a weird looking point, but it might look right, and then it won't fit anywhere. Okay, so make sure that it fits this way, is on the right, is on the light side, because I frankly, when I looked at that picture, it was a little bit hard to figure out. Okay, so those are your pieces. You need 10 of those, and you are going to actually press not towards the added triangle, but towards the pieced triangle. Press that direction. Okay, 10 each. And then the next one is you're going to be grabbing the square. I have these laid out. Okay, this square that had the triangle added, and you're going to be adding the other triangle to this side. I got to lay it out this way so I see it. So it looks this way, like that. Okay, so it's very easy. You lay it like this so that it's even to that square, and you're going to sew right down there. And then when you open it up, it's going to look just like that, and it's just like the picture. and you're going to be pressing towards the added triangle. Okay, and you're going to make 10 of those and cut off the dog ear right there. Okay, so now we've gotten through this step, and this step. So now step 7, you're going to take the flying geese that we made, and you're going to add your 3.5 inch square of fabric 1 to both ends. And then if it's your smaller one, it's the 2.5 inch square. And you're going to press towards the squares, and you're going to make 12 of those. Okay, and then that's that. I'm going to set that aside. And next, you're going to take your 4 patches, and you're going to sew either a 3.5 inch square or a 2.5 inch square for the smaller one of fabric 2 in the middle to make 24 of these. And you're going to press this way, and make sure that your 4 patches, just like the diagram, going this way up towards the middle. Okay, and then I kind of skipped ahead because you can see step 9. You're going to take a 2 by 9.5 inch or 1.5 by 6.5 inch rectangle of fabric 1, and so you have to make 24 of these, but you're going to sew a fabric 1 to the bottom, and you're going to press towards that rectangle. So you can kind of see that here and there. So it was easier for me to skip ahead and just make 24 of those. Okay, and then that's step 9. So a little bit out of order, but you can see what's happening. So next you're going to take the ones that we just added, these 2, and then you're going to take your half square triangle of fabric 1 from the little units here that we just made, and you're going to, it matches up evenly, and you're going to sew your seam across. Now I sew it this direction so that you watch your intersection and don't cut off your point. And then you're going to press towards your added triangle, which is fabric 1, and you're going to make 10 of those. Okay, and then you're going to take your other flying geese unit, 6 of those. So I'll take a couple of these finished ones just to show you. You're going to take one of these and one of these squares from flying geese from step before this step.
Flying geese.
And a square of fabric 3, and put these in the middle like this. Sorry, let me get these out of the way. And this, and sew them on. And again, when I'm sorry, this direction and this direction. And these would be trimmed down. This one would be trimmed down. So to each side, and you're going to make 6 of those, and you're going to press towards the dark. Okay, fabric 3. And we already showed you step 9. And then the last step is you're going to take, these are already sewn, the 6 of these, and then you just made these, and these are going to go on here to each side. And I have another one made here. And voila!
Other way.
Oops, the other way. Don't do this, because then it will look funny.
Square and a square.
Okay. So it is a square and a square. An elongated one, a big one, right there. Square and a square. Okay, and you'll have made 6 of those. And then you have some other parts that will be used next time. So I bet you can guess what it is already. I think I can. I think that's going to go right there. Right? Right, Jerry?
Nope.
Nope. And then this will go right here.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe. Right there, like
I
that.
don't think so, though.
Yeah, and then that's going to go right there. Right? I think it looks really good. I think it looks super nice right now. Okay, I think I could stop here. Okay, well, anyways, step 2. Oh, yeah, and then we could put that one right there. I forgot about the 4 patch. Okay, looking good so far. So super fun. We're having fun. I'm having fun. I hope you are too. And we'll see you for step 3.